Hi there and welcome to the very first Ironsworn Starforged session of mine for Have a Dice Day. I do stream this and then this is the VOD that's going out on YouTube. So just quickly to address some stuff that I realised happened after the, I sort of realised about this after the game and running it on stream. So one, I had some problems with running the game. I wasn't quite clear on some of the rules, particularly how like damage works. So I've got a few things wrong there, and like slight rules breakages are going to happen over the course of it, and I'm going to roll with it and do what I can at the time based on it. But there was a few significant ones that I feel like really did affect the game and put my character into a lot worse position than I had imagined. I'm going to look to address this for the beginning of the next session. It's not going to be a huge retcon or anything like that. At the moment, I'm leaning towards... Well, I don't want to say anything here because that's going to be spoilers. So I'll address that at the beginning of the next session, and I'll make sure that goes up on the VOD as well. Also, in that, it's just the way I ran the game. I think it didn't run as smooth as I would like to. I'm going to try and look over how I can run the game in a more effective manner for myself when I'm playing. Like an easier way of looking up what the moves do. And how I interact with the Foundry, because I think the Foundry thing is good for showing the world and stuff like that. Like I don't want to go to like a pen and paper format or something like that, or have pictures that I bring in to show things. I think that the Foundry module is great. It does a lot of good stuff. I think particularly for running the game, it's very good. I just don't think it lends itself to a really good viewing experience as well as like running the game. So I think essentially I'm going to try and have a different way of looking at the moves. On this did lead to a slight tech issue that happens on the stream as well. Just after about an hour into the gameplay, about an hour and 5 minutes into me playing the game, I had a tech issue with my setup where I'd done like a brand new setup, and unfortunately I thought I'd got rid of in the session 0. I have it set up so that my PDF reader pops up on the stream. The idea being was that as I was going through the PDF, like I could show you everyone what I was doing, and you can catch that session 0 that I did in the previous video if you want to catch up with that and see what I'm talking about here. Annoyingly, at that point I bring up the PDF reader, and I thought I'd got rid of that source in my Streamlabs because I didn't have my PDF reader up at the time when I was redoing it. I apparently had forgotten that to actually get rid of it. So when I open up the PDF reader at that point, it does pop up on the stream, annoyingly, and does cover up like some stuff rather irritatingly. I was tempted to not upload this video based on how much stuff had went wrong, but then I realised that like people wouldn't be able to follow along with the story if I did this, and I would be starting you'd be starting the story like with one session already done and out of the way. So I didn't want to do that. You can follow along with the game with completely. The only thing you can't really massively see is my character sheet. You can't see the momentum and like the main character sheet, but you can still see the health tracks, the health, stress, and supply tracks. So you can follow along with that side of it, and then you can't see like some of the dice rolls, but to the side there is you'll see it in a second when we cut forward from this point. There is the Foundry sort of chat window, as it were, that does show all of the dice rolls and stuff and the results of the dice rolls, which is the important bit. Like the actual nice pretty rolling dice and the map, not so important for this. It was rather irritating. I'm going to get that fixed for next time so that doesn't happen again. I'm really sorry about this. This is my first time sort of doing a stream of this nature and then putting it up to YouTube, and I'm going to have like little things like this. Unfortunately, I'm not a pro at doing this, as you could probably tell from my long ranty video that I'm doing here. But I wanted to make sure it went out there. If you enjoy what you're watching, please do like and subscribe. I won't be doing a bunch of that. It's probably the only time I'm going to say like and subscribe. And if you do want to follow along with the game live on Twitch, I do it every Tuesday at 5/about 6 p.m. GMT. Follow along on my Twitter at SirDrewballs to find out when I do this. And till next time, have a dice day. Bye now. So, if I hop down here to the game, this is my brand new overlay. Welcome. Please point out your appreciation and stuff like that for my wonderful work that I've been doing. So, the idea is that you have the map of the sector that I'm in, whatever the sector map I've got, or if there's any other map or anything that I bring up that's going to be incredibly useful for me to show, I'll have it in this bit here. Over across from that, in the next box along, that is my character sheet. So if you want to see like what health I'm at, my health tracks and stuff are all down this side. So as you see, I started the game with 5 hit points, guys. feeling great about that. But yeah, this is my character sheet. So anything I'm doing on my character sheet, you'll see here. And then the very last box is the chat log in Foundry. So when I make dice rolls and things like that, you'll see the dice pop up on the map. But then what the move and everything I'm doing actually means is in that chat log section there. Hopefully this makes it as easy as possible for you guys to follow along. So for anyone who didn't make the previous stream, here is just the thing that I very quickly think I need to point out. This is my character. So we're going to talk about my character. For a second, I'm just going to drag that over, and I'm just going to click on this window. Yeah. So this is my fantastic artwork that I've had commissioned of my character. This is Shadow the Bounty Hunter with the GlowRat Whisper. Hey, yes. So they are. So this is yeah, Shadow the Bounty Hunter. He is a bounty hunter as part of the Sword of the Iron Pact. This is a guild that I've rolled away behind in the background. I've done a little bit of like work here and there since the previous stream. So don't think like if you watched the previous stream that you've missed anything there. There's a few key details that I sort of like meddled around with and sort of changed a little bit here, which we're actually going to talk about now. This is my GlowRat Whisper. This is because I decided to take the companion, the Glow Cat. And it was asked if I could change it to a rat, and I thought, why not? So this is Whisper, my GlowRat. He actually glows and changes colours and stuff and vibrancy of his glows based on the emotions of and intentions of the people around me. Yeah, I know, right? It's very typical of the washing machine to finish right as I sort of started doing the stream and stuff. So anyway, yes, so my whole thing is I've sort of changed a couple of bits around about the character. So they now go by Shadow predominantly. That's the name that they use for everything. No one really knows their true name of Yanya Archer. That is a name that's given up because when you join in the Sword of the Iron Pact Guild, you give up your name, you take your bounty name, and that is the name that you then go by. I like the idea that it's a name that is like a mixture of chosen for you and that you choose yourself. Like I haven't really quite figured out how exactly that works, but the idea that like maybe they are they're a bounty hunting group. I'm just going to turn the music down because it's a little bit loud in my ears. I'm just going to turn it down to like this. I still want to hear it and stuff. Sorry. So part of this bounty hunter group. They are like trained from birth to hunt bounties. Bounty hunting is a big thing in the Forge. It's the predominant way of like bringing people to justice. There is like law, but the law is like bought out and stuff like that. So there's like, you know, law enforcement officers, but who they work for depends on what law that they are enforcing. But bounty hunters are sort of like, for the most part, they're the main level of law. And again, they are paid for as well by whoever can afford it. So like law in this in the Forge is like whatever you can afford to pay for. We are a bounty hunter. That we have been betrayed. So I've slightly changed around. The only thing that I've made in a massive change to my character for any of this is a little bit of this has just been mixing around like names and stuff. Not much else has changed from this from the character creation. One thing I have done is a slightly rewritten my main vow, which is I was sold out by my kin, and I shall take vengeance. The idea behind this is that at some point in my past, my guild, the Sword of the Sword of the Iron Pact, betrayed me, experimented on me. I woke up with the as you can see on like my character's face, the cybernetic thing on the side of my face, like this big metal thing, like as you can see on the picture. I keep trying to point to it, but I'm not my character, and don't know what it does. It's just this weird device that's been put out. I've had it looked at. No one can seemingly tell me what it is or what it does. And when I woke up, I was framed as the person who has killed like a lot of my. They were like, I woke up next to the dead bodies of my former guild members, my kin, and seemingly I was sort of done in for this. I was taken in for this. They tried to take me in for this. I've escaped. I've come to the Outlands, and that's where we're going to begin our game in the Outlands. in the Boundless Reach. This is the sector that we rolled up randomly for in the character creation section. So with that out of the way, that's kind of where we are, what we're playing, stuff like that. If you are interested in learning more about this game, if you do, I've got a few new commands for today. So if you do FAQ, if anyone like comes in and says like, what are you doing here? This is what I'm doing. Anyone can bring this up. It's got a 60-second timer, so like it can't be spammed. But it just tells you a little bit about what I'm doing and what's going on in this game and stuff like that. It's a brief description that I've kind of pulled from the games page. If you are like, oh my god, this game sounds amazing, please, like, where can I go and purchase such a game or look at this game in more detail? Here is a link to where you can purchase a copy and find out more information through DriveThruRPG. If you purchase it via this link, I actually get a little bit of support from this. I get a small percentage of the sale of the game in order for doing this via my affiliate link, which is included onto this. In fact, if any of you buy anything on DriveThruRPG and you think, you know what, I want to throw some money towards my favourite RPG streamer. If you add on everything after the question mark there, after the question mark included, onto your link, it doesn't cost you any extra or anything like that. I just get a small amount of money, which will go into my my DriveThru account, which I have on there, because yeah. So if you want to buy a copy of the game and support me, you can do that. That's one way you can do that, and it doesn't cost you any more, and you get the game. So you get to follow this along a lot closer and see what this game's a bit more about, in a bit more detail. If anyone goes like, oh, that's really cool, but what's the character you're playing? If you do, that is a very good point. I really should have done that. Santa, you are definitely right. Let me just go quickly do that. So that's not going to take me long. But the last one is character. Character will bring up, just tell you a little bit of information about who I am, like a rough idea of who I am and what I'm about and what's going on in this game. So I'm going to do FAQ and I'm going to do RPG and I'm going to do character. Thank you for pointing that out for me. But yeah, they are above my head as well, so if you forget any of that, you know, it's all there. And it's just because as I get into the game, I'm probably going to concentrate a little bit more on the game than I am on the chat. But do join in the chat, do say hello. I like seeing that people are there and interacting and stuff like that. If you have suggestions for the way I should react to anything, please feel free to throw that into the chat. I'll do my best to acknowledge where I can, but I'm going to kind of concentrate on getting the game played. So, without any further ado, we find ourselves on the Fortune's Favour, the ship of Shadow the Bounty Hunter. He sat there, sort of at his navigation panel. He's got his GlowRat. Whisper is in front of him, and he's giving him a little stroke, and he's sort of responding and glowing. He's glowing like a really happy colour. We're going to say... we'll go like a just the standard like glowy colour. It's just nice and bright and intense. Like a little intense, not blindingly so. I sat there stroking with him and saying like, oh, what are we gonna do? We need to find some leads. We need to find out what happened. Whisper. And that's when our radio sort of starts beeping. Communications unit starts beeping. Shadow presses a button, and on the screen appears Nyx, a bounty hunter. Nyx is a famous bounty hunter in these parts, or a very famed bounty hunter. Everyone's sort of like heard the name in this sort of section of the Outlands. And she comes up on the screen. She says, "Shadow, I've got some important information for you. I'm hunting down somebody and I could contract the work out to you." "What's in it for me?" says Shadow, immediately sort of just trying to cut straight to the point. He's played with Nyx a couple of times, knows Nyx's usual stuff. And Nyx says, well, I'm hunting a pilot, Carthrick Lontok." "Never heard of him," says Shadow. Do I go do this back and forth like this? Because I don't really do character voices. So I don't know how... Like, in my head, this is easy for me to follow. I'll continue. So Nick says, you know, I'm hunting this. I'll go a little bit third person a little bit. So Nick says, you know, I'm hunting Confront Chaos pilot. He's found his way out to sector into the Boundless Reach, which I believe is where you are at the moment. I am, says Shadow. Oh, good. So if you could hunt down for me, I'll give you. Well, you'll get information. That's the important thing. You'll get. I'll get paid. You'll get some information that you want. I believe you're looking for information on the Sword of the Iron Pact. Shadow's interested in this. Doesn't immediately like sort of jump to say yes, and he says, "Well, I want my standard. You know, I want my fees covered. Anything that I spend on this, like, it's not coming out of my pocket." Fair enough. This is Nick's. Swap. I feel like that's what I'm doing. I'm just swapping hats. Yeah, fair enough then. Yeah, that makes sense. To Nick's, like, yeah, I'll cover your costs and stuff like that. Do you do this? So this. I'm actually going to hit a mechanic of the game now. This is swearing an iron. This is swearing an iron vow. This is one of the moves that we do. So anytime that we take swear a vow on a ring. So Shadow pulls up his hand, and he's got instead of like a wedding band like I've got a wedding band, he's got like a black iron ring, and it's sort of heavy. It sits heavy on his hand, and he sort of says, "I vow to find Karthrik Longtalk." And with this, we roll. Swear the iron vow roll. We get a +1 bonus. Because I'm a bounty hunter, I get just get rid of the picture for the second. I get a +1. I think I just type in +1. I think that's how this works. I type in a +1 because whenever I take a bounty contract and swear an iron vow to see it done, I take +1. On a strong hit, you've got a solid lead and may mark progress on the quests. When you fulfill your vow on a hunt, mark the legacy reward 1 rank higher. So I roll that up. That is a strong hit on a match. That's an opportunity. You're emboldened, and it is clear what you must do next. Take +2 momentum. So momentum jumps to 4. We'll worry about momentum as the game goes on and when I start using it. But it kind of means essentially, like, I've raised my finger. I've sworn my vow to hunt the pilot. So we're gonna go and add a progress track quickly. Oh, actually, no, it's not a progress track. It's a vow. I need to dump this one. Yes. I am vowing to hunt down Karthrik Longtalk pilot. Oh, helps if I could spell. And I'm going to say that this adventure, so there's different ways that you can track the adventure, and it essentially does a little bit about how difficult it is to do and what experience that you are going to gain for it and stuff like that. So I'm going to say this is not the easiest one in the world. I'm going to go, this is dangerous. This is quite not like a deadly mission. It's not super deadly, but like there is a bit of danger to this. So I note that down, and I get to mark progress immediately on that one, which it needs to do like that. What is it that? Why is it that I get to do this? I'm trying to think about this actually. Let's have a think. What is my opportunity? Because essentially, because I roll matches on the D10s, I roll 2 1s. In this game, you roll a D6, you add your stat, and you roll two 10-sided dice, 2 D10s. And if the D10s, you're trying to beat the D10s individually. If you beat both of them, you get a strong hit. If you beat one of them, you get a weak hit. And if you roll the same numbers, that's like your critical fail, critical success. So it's an opportunity. So this means that, like, when I sworn this this vow to do this, like there's some sort of opportunity in it for me. There's something that I see. So obviously there's the data that I've got, but I've like been allowed to mark progress on this one. So like there is, what was it? It said on my assets. It said on a strong hit you've got a solid lead and may mark progress on your quest. So I'm going to say that the pro thing is that Nyx is very, very good at what she does. So she's already knows the location of this person. She knows that he's on, I'm going to say he's on Relic. So I'm over in Last Hope on Dryad. Up here we see Relic and Tempest. That's where Carthric is. It's interesting. So we cut off from Nyx, and I say we're gonna very quickly, because I have Magnus Sato here. He's a connection of mine. He's somebody that I know. In the last session, we decided that he was. Just load up his character info. He's an information broker. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to what is it called? What is the quest? What is the move I'm trying to do? We're going to do, it's right here. We're going to do gather information. So we're going to contact, so Magnus, in fact, Magnus is on Last Hope. I'm going to say my ship was sort of landing at Last Hope. I was doing a bit of a refuel of the ship and stuff. And while I'm refueling the ship, I go see Magnus, the Iron Broker. And I'm gonna attempt to do some information. Let's see if he's got any information on this Carthric. So I'm gonna do a gather information roll, which is when I search for clues, conduct an investigation, or analyze evidence, or do research. I roll plus wits, and then because I've got Magnus there, Magnus is gonna add a plus, is it +1? I think it's a +1. I'm just going to put a +1 for it. I might get a few of the rules wrong. I know where I'm going to have to look at things. So gather information roll with wits. That it's complication. Your investigation either has a dire threat or reveals unwelcome information undermines your quest. I must pay the price. Oh my god. Wow, that's immediately another thing that I've got to do. Wow. So during my research, oh my god, and it's a match as well. So it's actually a really bad complication. It's awful. Wow. I'm gonna make sure this is the worst possible outcome for that then. Let's pay the price. A surprising development complicates your quest. So we're gonna say the one, we're gonna mark progress with Magnus because we've interacted with Magnus in a fairly positive manner. So I'm at least gonna get that out of this. Yeah. So Magnus goes into his and he goes. He's an information broker, and on this in this world, like everything runs like I imagine data runs off a closed system. So it's very much like having information is very important. You don't have just like an archive of everyone in the universe that you can go look up and stuff. But maybe you download some information from like a network from somewhere and you store it in your thing. And this is what Magnus does. He's like he hunts out information to which to use it, and he looks through records and he does all these things. He puts things together. So like for a bounty hunter, he's very useful because he gathers information. And what we're going to say is he does do a bit of the hunting out, and he does find for me The Magnus, not Magnus, the Carthric, the pilot, he is in fact on Relic. Like that was not a lie. The problem is that the bounty is actually, it's not a closed bounty, it's an open bounty. So there are other bounty hunters available to go and do this quest. This wasn't a private contract. That's the complication. It's actually on an open thing, and it's seemingly a well-paid job for some reason. It's actually a lot better well-paid than Nyx had us believe. Interesting. I'm not going to say that's going to mark progress because I failed that roll to gather information. I'm not going to mark progress for that hit. No, that's not the button I wanted to press. I hit it again anyway. I'm so good at this. It's this bit here. Sorry, it's a tiny little eyeball that I'm trying to hit. You can't see that. Right, I am gonna have to. I'm gonna have to set a course, aren't I? Is it set a course? I'm gonna say the ship gets fueled up and stuff like that, and we're gonna start making our way from Last Hope all the way over the Relic. We're just gonna get there, try and gun there immediately. So we're gonna set a course. When you follow a known route through perilous space across hazardous terrain or within rights, you roll plus supply. On a strong hit, you reach your destination, and your situation favours you. Take +1 momentum. Blah 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 blah. Cool. Yes, this is what we do when we're gonna go somewhere. Can things happen? Like what? What are you thinking there? Right, we're gonna set a course. Can a demons appear like in Warhammer? Yeah, I mean, like things can appear out of the breach. Out of like the energies of the universe. Oh, right, you mean like when we're doing this? Not so much on set path. If we were trying to go from it, so the green line here on the map represents a path that is known in space. So demons and stuff really shouldn't be able to come out here and stuff. Like, shouldn't be any bad things. But maybe we could find like, yeah, there could be like crashed ships or derelicts or something like that, or maybe just things. If we were to try and set a path and try and say find this sector, like this bit of space over here that we know's there, and we know there are things here, but we just don't know a route there. Like our systems, the way I'm doing it is that this is just our systems. Like other people might know routes over to here. We don't know them yet. So we're going to say that the ship is sort of en route at the moment. We've taken a roll for set a course. So on a weak hit, which is what we got, I rolled 2 + 5, and we were trying to beat a 7 and a 5, and unfortunately got to beat the numbers. So you arrive, but you face the cost or complication. I may either suffer costs en route, make a suffer move, -2, or 2 suffer moves, -1. Face a complication at a destination. Envision what you encounter. So we actually do make it over to Relic. So I'm just going to bonk the ship over there so we know exactly where we are. So we get there, which is good. What complication could we get? What do we know about Relic? What do we know about Relic? Relic is so it's got tens of thousands of people that live there on elevated or multi-level construction, and this is an orbital settlement. So it's like some sort of space station. So it's this big space station that's just built up, but it looks like just bunches of like ships and things all like just clubbed together. Actually, no, I'm gonna say it's called Relic. Let's lean into the idea that maybe this is one of the original fleet ships that brought us here through the Iron Gate years ago. This is like just an old generation ship that's just been set around this planet, and it's just sort of floating around this planet on like, it's just got the ability to like power very low power, and it's just been transformed into like a space station over time, and it's just built up a Katamari roll of spaceships. Like maybe like it's been expanded with like a few spaceships off of it, so it looks like this weird like it's the old defunct ships though. It's not like new ships or anything like that. It's like the old ships. That's why it's called Relic. We'll even say that like there was like where there's like there was a nameplate, like the name's been scratched off. I should really like that. I'm just gonna note this down in the notes. So like space station made of an old generation ship brought us to the forge. The original ship's name has been lost to damage. So yes, expanded via other docked ships bolted on. That's why it's called Relics. It's just it's a really old generation ship that brought us here, helped bring us here, and essentially they're just trying to exist. Like it's just people trying to exist and get about their day-to-day lives. They hold many festivals to do this. Also, this is like a really good place to like go and hide out. Say if you're a bounty. I'm gonna say though that the so I've either got to make 2 suffer moves. Which I don't really want to do, so I could see a complication that happens when I get here. I'm gonna ask I think I might ask the Oracle on that one. Let's just have a quick look at. So there's a trouble here. Let's just roll up a trouble and see if that like inspires anything. Hazardous environment. No, that doesn't sound good. What if I just go core? I'm gonna go action and theme. Hope. No, hope doesn't really make sense. Let's re-roll that one. Humanity. Roll a 46 and then a 47. If I roll again, I'm going to get a 48. Culture. Now, she's not really sort of leaning into what into trouble, is it? Let's go one more on the 98 uphold. No, it's not really fitting me either. Add the scripter. So this is going to be a bunch of me dice rolling trying to figure out. Well, broken works. That could be an escalation that we get. That's so I'll face a complication. So I'm going to say that we when we arrived there at Relic, because there is like we're going to say that because there's many projects that have one of the projects they have is they have festival on. So I'm going to say that they actually have like a festival on celebrating something that's happened. Like, it's been the 10,000th time this ship's gone around the planet or something. Like, it doesn't really matter. They take any excuse to have to throw a party here and stuff. I feel that that's what it is. And the ship docking bay is currently damaged. So I'm going to say that we're going to mark progress. We've moved along. I just get that quickly. Where is? Sorry. So what you missed is we've come to Relic. We've tried to investigate and found out that unfortunately. Yes, we've come to a new place. We're trying to hunt our bounty out. Unfortunately, he is an open bounty. He's not a closed bounty. So there's other bounty hunters here. So we're in a bit of a race to try and get to this person. Is what we've discovered. If you just open up the reference guide for 2 seconds. Sorry, I just quickly want to check one thing. I think I'll find it easier on here. Terribly sorry, everyone. This is my first time playing this, so... Face thing. No, I have to have something to tell me to mark progress, right? So I can't just mark progress. So I'm going to take that progress away. Well, I don't want to befriend him. I want his information. Oh, befriend him so he's more likely to come alive. Right, I could do that, maybe. Right, yes, sorry. So we're going to... we've got to bring him in and stuff. So don't get to mark progress against him. But anyway, so we're going to... what are we going to do? We are going to... Yes, we're going to say the ship is... unfortunately, the available shipping the docking station it'd have for me is broken. It's non-functional, so I'd have to do I'd have to sort of spacewalk over to I'm gonna say I have to spacewalk over. I'd have to get over, and the docking mechanism is stuck. So I line up my ship with the docking mechanism. Yeah, this is how we're going to resolve this. So the docking mechanism is busted on the ship. So I can't get over to Relic because it's the only available one there. But if they've told me the bay that I can go, I say, oh, that's fine. I'll spacewalk over if you just take me to an available air lock. And they're not happy with it, but they're happy to take my money if I do manage to. They can't take my money if I'm not on the ship, so they're gonna let me do it. So it's gonna be facing danger now. So when I face danger, tend to do something risky or with an imminent threat. I think that sounds like what we're doing, right? Yeah. I've just got to decide. Am I going to do this with speed, mobility, or agility? No. I think this is going to be with wits, with expertise, focus, and observation. So I'm going to say that I've got this big bulking black armor, as you can kind of see on my character. Oh, by the way, did forget to mention my character artwork is by the lovely Fend on Instagram. You can catch their Instagram just here. So if you really like my artwork that I've got for my character, my lovely picture of Shadow, which I'll just show one more time, you can catch them on the Instagram link that I sent you there. Tell them that I sent you. They do you a good deal. They're really good at what they do. So if you like this artwork, I love it. I think they've got this GlowRat that my GlowRat whispered. Like really good detail. Really love this artwork. Anyway, sorry, sidetrack. So I align the ship up. I program into the ship's computer, sort of just lock onto this air bay, keep within this distance and stuff like that. It's not going to be a proper docking. It's in fact anything. It's going to take. I'm not going to be able to leave just straight away. I'm also not going to be able to power down my ship, so I'm going to say that's a good deal called take your money and give you art. And they do anything, any kind of drawing that you'd be interested in, like character drawing. If you need like a new RPG character, or so you just want a drawing of yourself because you're fed up of selfies, they could do that. I'm sure. Maybe you're getting married and you want a picture of your wife. I'm just saying, like, could be anyone here. Could be in that situation of getting married. I'm just throwing it out there. It's just ideas. It's just ideas. Anyway. So I say this is with expertise, focus, and observation. Rolling with wits, which is +2, which is not the best. The idea of thinking is that this is much more like me sort of calculating everything on the fly, and using my, like, you know, it's not my first time I've done this. I'm experienced at doing this kind of stupid stuff. So I press it, like, on my armor. I've got like I imagine like I've got like just a little computer pad on my arm. So I go boop 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 boop, and like this little like shield just goes round. It's kind of like just a shield to keep oxygen in. It's not to like protect me or anything like that. So like I won't be using it. It's like an environmental shield. And it's just the idea. So I put Whisper on my shoulder because I go everywhere with Whisper, and we roll +wits when we face danger, and we roll a miss. You fail or momentarily succeed, or momentary success is undermined by dire turn of events. I don't have enough momentum to burn to prevent this. So this is one of those classic failures. I must pay the price. Oh no, what's gonna happen? I feel like I want that on a t-shirt, MLOps. Yeah, we're gonna ask the no, we're gonna roll the dice on here and sort of see. So actually no, I mean I feel like it's kind of obvious what's gonna happen. I think on this I am going to jump out the ship. I'm gonna say that like the Relic's like an older ship. And my ship still like hasn't quite matched up perfectly to the airlock, so as I do the jump, I nip myself in the side. That I'm going with that I'm harmed from this, so I'm immediately just going to take 1 damage. Oh, 1 minute. When you take your impact, you may put your trust in your armor strength. If you do, preset your action dice to a 4. On a strong hero match, you take +2 minimum build. No, that's not going to help me either. Yeah, that doesn't help me either. So my armor doesn't help me. So yes, I'm going to I smack into the side of the ship. I swing into the airlock. I slam the button on the side. The airlock closes and starts to fill with air. And I just go boop, 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 boop. And the airlock, but the environmental shield comes down. And someone from the Relic crew on the other side, like I'm going to say like an engineer, is just like, smooth landing, bud. And I sort of just glance at him, just give him a stare. And Whisper is sort of just sat on my shoulder, and sort of like crawls up to my shoulder and starts glowing like a dingy colour, because he knows this person's being like sort of sarcastic, and just like I'll have to try and figure out what I have to do is I have to develop a colour wheel with like the colours that Whisper goes, and try and stick to that where I can. Man, this is going well. So I've made it to Relic. I'm on Relic now. So what do we get from Relic? What type of place is this? So we're gonna have a first look roll. We're going to try and sort of develop Relic a little bit. Oh, it's elevated or multi-level construction is one thing that we've got. We know that already. Okay. Let's give it another first look, shall we? Just like, now we're actually here. It's just something that we've heard before. Yeah, literally, that's what Whisper is. Whisper is a fluffy mood ring, but he reads like people around me, which is what I use him for a lot. I don't like that one. We're gonna reroll that one. Hello. She didn't want to roll. High-tech construction. Yeah, so I'm going to say that, like, even though this ship is, like this is an old ship, they've kept the inside of it, like, it is quite high-tech compared to the way we make ships now. In the Forge, I'm going to say that, like, our ships are sort of just rough and ready and put together, like, they're made to work more than they are to look good. This is, like, an older builder ship. There's just much more, like, love and stuff put into this ship. So it looks very high-tech, very clean. Compared to like a lot of the rough and ready ships that we sort of just cobble together with duct tape and stuff. Let's have a look at just location themes. Oh no, that's... I'm definitely going to have a look at some of these... I'm going to have to look at some of these Oracle charts a bit closer. Definitely going to have to look at that. So we're gonna roll initial contact, actually. Who is going to be like... I'm going to say we're going to look around and see who's our first person that we see. Derelict. That makes no sense. It's a very cool touch, but I don't think that's the... sort of what I was going for there. So there's going to be a lot of this where I do, like, you know... bit of re-rolling here and there. Hostile. Okay, hostile works. I think that's helpful. So what I'm going to say is that I come out from this sort of the airlock. There's the engineer who's a bit sarcastic to me, and it's just a couple of guys who glance me. They give me that look, and I know instantly they've picked up me. You know, I'm a wanted person. Shadow. So they sort of pick up, and I think one of them is at their data tab, and they just sort of look up from, and they've got a big list of names, and I just noticed that one of them is Shadow, and I just say, is there a move for this, actually? There might be a better move for this than Compel. I think Compel is what I'm going to want. Yes, so I'm going to look at them. And I'm going to say, you don't want to do that. Whatever you're thinking of doing, it's just not a good idea. My, yeah, my quarrel, the reason for bringing me here is nothing to do with you, so you can just walk away from this. I recommend you walk away while you can, and with that, I'm going to roll Compel. So that is definitely, I'm trying to threaten or entice them, threaten them, or incite them. I want them gone. Unfortunately, that's only a +1 because I'm rolling iron, but hopefully we can get a brilliant fucking roll. Strong hit to do what we want or agree to your condition. So they sort of look me up and down. Yeah. They look me up and down and they go, no, you're right. This is we're not paid enough for this, and they sort of pack away their data pads. I noticed that they've got guild markings for various bounty hunter guilds. Oh, like they've got like each of them. Like there's a couple of these guys, and they're like, it's not worth the money that's being paid for this one. And they walk off, and they leave me be, which is good because actually that landing really took it out of me. So I'm really glad that they didn't want to fight me. So I'm going to, once again, I'm going to sort of think that my best bet is to sort of head to the... Oh, I thought I rolled badly as well, and then I like looked at, I actually saw what it was and was like, oh, actually that's really good. It's actually really good. Like I rolled a 4 and a 1. I got a strong hit, which is they do exactly what I want on a game momentum. Momentum, by the way, that allows me just very easily just to go at any point. Is like I can say I'm using that as my dice roll instead. It resets back down to 2, and that number it resets down to can go up or down. Right, so I'm gonna say there's like a main area. There's like a main area where there's this like festival is going on that they're celebrating. Doesn't really matter what they're celebrating. It's just the excuse to celebrate more than anything. So we're gonna do what we can to try and... What do we want to do? I think we want to try and find somebody. I think we want to try and gather information. I think we want to try and... Is that what we want to do? Do we want to try and gather information? Yeah. Like, we want to try and find out where this guy is, where this pilot is. So we're going to sort of just go around, and we're going to go around to a few of the bars. And the idea is that we're asking some questions, and we're trying to see what's going on here. So yeah, let's roll that up. Just seeing if I've got anything else to help. Ooh, an opportunity. Oh, again, I rolled... Again, I keep rolling matches. So it's an opportunity. You discover something helpful or specific. The path you must follow or the action you must take... I'm going to try reading that again. You discover something helpful and specific. The path you must follow or action you must take to make progress is clear. Envision what you learn, then take +2 momentum. So we're getting there. So we're going to up our momentum. There's a story clue oracle, so we're going to roll on that. A non-human being or creature? No. I don't think I can think of anything on that one. Oh, that's told me to roll on 2 other charts. Descriptor and focus. So we'll roll focus first. Storm, apparently. No, that doesn't work. Roll again. Discovery. Mechanical. Mechanical discovery. What could that mean? So what about if there's a ship here? Because he's a pilot, right? So once if he's discovered that one of the ships that has been docked here is actually... that's where he's been hiding out. That's where this pilot has been hiding out. Carthrick has been hiding out there. So yeah, we go around to a few bars. We start showing pictures of Carthrick. And a few people... but it starts out a little bit hard to find at first. And Carthrick... name drop happens again, and the bartender at this particular bar, I know him. He's in fact, actually, we can. He discovered. He's banging on about this starship that he reckons is docked here. I'm like, docked here? What would that be? Pointing that be? Aren't all of the ships here sort of old? And he says, not the Royal Signet. That's such a good name. The Royal Signet. I'll write that down. Royal Signet. It was a ship of a fancy person. A fancy... what was the ship? Oh, let's see if I can just get a good... okay. I'm just going to keep rolling into it. So it's telling me that I should roll a ship type, a fleet type. So it's a a transport ship called the Royal Signet. It transported something on it. It had something on it that he wanted. He keeps going on about a treasure or something that's stored there. There's something on that ship that's worth money. Or it's data. It's got data on it that he really wants. Yeah. I think that's right, yeah. There's some data on the Royal Signet that Carthrick thinks will help him in his situation. Maybe it's valuable data. Maybe that's what it is, that he thinks there's something on there that like he can sell on to somebody else. So we're going to go back to moves and have a quick look there. And just having a look at how I can maybe... Oh. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna say that, like, with this, yeah, gaining a meaningful insight. So I think we kind of know where he is now. We know he's on this ship called the Royal Signet. So we're gonna go mark progress. So we've reached a milestone. So in finding him, we've got a bit further in it. What's this dice roll for it? Is that that must be the... So actually, yes, it can. There's very specific things I have to do. I'm really gonna have to read over the moves of all this game again to really like hone this in for my next time I run this next week. So I'm gonna say that we kind of know roughly where he is. We've got an idea of where the Royal Signet is from this guy, this bartender. I'm gonna just give him a look over. I've got Whisper with me. I want to use Whisper for this. So we are going to secure an advantage against him. We're going to secure an advantage using expertise, focus, or observation. So it's going to be plus wits, and we're going to use Whisper, who adds a +3 to this roll, because we're going to use Whisper. So we're going to say, like, so you wouldn't happen to know where this royal signet is, where Carthrick thinks he is. Try and get a bit of a reading on him. That is a strong hit. So we take another +2 momentum. So we're building momentum like crazy. So we've got our I give Whisper the signal. Whisper goes and sort of scurries over to the, like, off of my shoulder and onto the bar. And the bartender sort of like, hey, no funny business here. And I was like, no funny business. He's with me. You wouldn't happen to know where I feel like this is also a little bit compel, maybe. So we're gonna. The advantage is that we've got the rat into the position. We've asked him the question, and he's just. In fact, he's just going to tell us the advantage. He's going to tell us that's the advantage. In fact, he knows where. Not only does he know where it is. Sorry, let me just read the secure advantage move again. When you assess a situation, make preparations, or attempt to gain leverage. So yeah, so the leverage is that we know when he's telling the truth or lying. So we're going to take +1 on the next move for doing this, which is going to be the compel roll, because we've got our rat into place. Oh, it's a GlowRat. It's not just any rat, and this is a bar in space. So we're going to get a +1 to this one. We're going to roll. We're going to try and charm him. So we're just sort of chatting to the bartender. We've got our rat in place ready for us. So we've just about managed to do it. So again, I've got full momentum of 10. This is ridiculous. I've got so much momentum. So yeah, he's told me where it is. In fact, he's got an opportunity for me. He actually knows a secret way in to where the ship's being stored. So I can actually get the surprise on this guy. And he sort of goes boopity boop boop he's got like a little data pad himself as well, and he just a little swipe with the data pad, and over on my side, like, my little console lights up, and he goes boop boop, and it shows me like this map of where to go to this person to get to him. I'm gonna say, for the sake of, because I want to do an undertake an expedition, so I'm gonna say it's on the other side of this huge ship that we're on. So we're going to undertake an expedition. I think that's the one I want to do. Yeah, so we're going to say this is just a short expedition that we're going to do. So we're going to go. We've got to give it a rank. It's just troublesome. It's an easy little expedition to do. This is get to the royal signet. Done. Nice and simple there. So when we trailblaze a route through perilous space, journey over hazardous terrain, or survey a mysterious site, give the expedition a name and rank. For each segment of the expedition, envision your approach. We're going to move at speed, we can keep under the radar and roll shadow, stay vigilant and roll +wits. So we're going to go there with speed. We want to get there first. That's the important thing that we want to do. So we're going to roll that up. So that's with wits. Is it with wits? Yes, no, it's speed, it's edge. Strong hit, so you reach a waypoint, envision a location, and mark progress per the rank of the expedition. So that's fine. So we're gonna mark that up. So we're gonna say that we've reached the waypoint. Is there anything like there is a waypoint creator? No, can't find it that way. Oh, no, what's happened? Oh no, Foundry, what have you done? Hello? Game. Why have you done this to me? Oh, for God's sake, what's happened here? It's the fact that everything's also gone. Oh God, no. Come on. Right, give me 2 seconds. Sorry, guys. I just need to fix this. I was really hoping this wouldn't happen. I don't even know what I did to cause this to happen. So, I need to get my... Oh, Ripperoonie. Definitely big old Ripperoonie there for me. So I had this all lovingly set up. Oh no, that's not the one I want. I want this one, and I want this one. Oh, I don't want. No, it's not the directory I want. It's not what I want. How are we looking on the stream? Oh my God, we're so out of... So annoying. That looks okay for that one. This one, that is harder to fix. Almost there. Sorry, this is just so irritating. There we go. We're looking good. I think that's good. All I wanted was just to see if there was an oracle that would suit my situation of sort of developing a waypoint. Make a discovery. Would that be what I wanted? Right, okay, yeah, I think make a discovery is the one I want. Ooh. So I wonder if rolling in here, sorry, let me just try this operations. Nah, the make a discovery one is what we want. So we're gonna roll up just one more. You have an emo fair, yeah you do. Right, sorry about that. So we're gonna get back into it. So we're making our way through the ship, and we'll kind of get to a bit that's a little bit quieter. It's outside like the main living inhabitants of this gigantic generation ship that's become a bit of a space station, and is built upon time and time again. And we come across this like main sort of pathway that's to bridge sort of different areas of the ship together. I don't think we're going to explore this. I don't think we're gonna stick around here long enough. I think we're just going to continue going. Oh, there is a make a discovery move. Is that what I wanted? When I explore a waypoint. Okay, right, cool. That's fine. Yeah, we're going to stick on the job. So we're going to just roll Undertake Expedition again. We're going to continue moving with speed. Because that's what we're best at. So we do, that's a weak hit. So you reach a waypoint, but this progress costs you. Envision a location and mark down the rank of the expedition, but choose one. I could suffer the cost en route and make a suffer move, or face a peril at the waypoint and vision what you encounter. So let's do this one. Let's say we make our way, continue our way through the ship. So we're going to mark progress, which is good. And we're going to say that we're going to envision something. Envision what we encounter. So we are in we've sort of come to another area where it's like a bit more of a marketplace, let's say. A market's been set up here. And people are trading all sorts of various things and bits and guns, weapons, information. Maybe that's what the trade is. Maybe there's no actual like major coin. It's just it's a barter system so much in this area. So you have something to trade. I'm going to say that when we get here, we know there's a lot of bounty hunters, and we're going to say there's a few of them. Maybe they've made their way here as well. And yet again, tempting to burn momentum and avoid this. No, we're going to stay with what we've got, which we're going to say that they are as a sort of we're sort of moving along with speed. We're just trying to get to our destination. We're trying to get to the Royal Signet and find our pilot fellow. We're going to say that like a couple of the bounty hunters, as I'm making my way through the market, just go, "Where do you think you're going?" and stop me. I want to get past. I'm trying to get to the Royal Signet. Make my claim. I'm fairly certain that's what you. And actually, no. Sorry, I'm not going to immediately turn around and say where he is and stuff like that. They might not know. So I'm going to say I'm here on a job. My business is not with you. And one of them holds up holds up their wrist, presses a button, and my picture appears. The lovely picture of Shadow appears. This, in fact, it's very much it would be this picture that I could get to show up if the right click would work. Man, don't you just love it when technology just decides to not work for you? Why can't I right-click things now? Oh, I can right-click things. It just doesn't want me right-clicking that thing. Oh, there we go. So this wonderful picture of me shows up and says maybe my mission, maybe my business is with you. And he goes through his gun, and that's when we're going to enter the fray. We're going to enter combat. I think I have no choice in this. I'm going to just flip my assets and see if I've got anything in this. I'm going to say that I have no choice but to enter combat from close quarters, which is iron, which is not my strongest thing. So we're going to roll with iron, enter in the fray. Luckily, we are apparently... Oh, no, we cause a miss. No, I don't want to begin that. We're going to burn momentum. So my momentum goes down. Now, it says that I take +2 momentum and I'm in control of the fray. So I'm going to take that +2 momentum that I get from that. So my momentum resets, I take +2 for the hit from entering the fray. I'm going to say that like the first thing I do is I just punch this guy like directly in the face. Pull out my gun. I point the gun at like the other people around. So very quickly, I've actually got to do another progress track now. Because we're entering combat. So what we're going to just say is fend off the bounty hunters. So we don't necessarily have to win by killing them. We just have to get rid of them. We're going to say that they are formidable, like they are bounty hunters. They are trained for this. So I have to act quick and decisively and use and hope on my skills. Is what we're hoping for, because I need to secure some advantages here and stuff like that. So we've entered the fray. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have up on the I'm going to quickly load up for me. I'm going to load up that reference guide very quickly. Just so I can have all of the moves in front of me and listed nice and effectively for myself. Because we're in combat and that's deadly. So we're in control. We are in control of the combat, so that's what we want to do. So I'm going to take the opportunity. I'm going to... I think I'm going to strike. So the move strike is essentially when I'm in control and I want to just do damage. It reads exactly when you're in control in a sort of foe at close quarters. Roll plus I'm. When you attack at distance, roll with edge. We're gonna roll with edge because I'm shooting them. That's what I'm imagining myself doing in this. Sorry, I'm gonna move this over here as well because that's out of my way of my journal, my chat log. So we're gonna roll strike up, see what happens. We're rolling directly with edge because we're shooting at a distance. So we, oh my god. So we it's fine. So we're in a bad spot. Okay, so we mark progress twice against the bounty hunters. So this is I take 2 shots shooting at the bounty hunters to this guy's side. Like he's going back. He like sort of leans back in the combat and is sort of taking some damage. I know his mates have started taking damage. That he's reading from the fact that I've just punched him in the face. That's what he's reading from. That's what I'm trying to say. I take my gun out. I take a couple of shots at the other guy. Get a couple of good hits on. But they've got armor on. Like they know what they're doing. They're like the bounty hunters. They're not just gonna come in under nowhere. So we are now gonna have no choice. But we're gonna they're gonna fire back. The 2 guys are shot. I think they're gonna fire back. So we're in a bad spot. I just need to check that's the bad spot. So yeah, we're in a bad spot. So we're going to attempt to... so this is when you're in a bad spot and take an action to avoid... take action in a fight to avoid danger or overcome an obstacle. In pursuit, fleeing, dodging, or getting back into position. So it could be edge. Maybe I'm just trying to duck for cover. In fact, actually, that's what I'm going to do. Is I'm going to roll with wits. I'm actually going to try and find a way out. Oh, do I want to do this as art with armor? Preset your action dice to 4. On a strong hit. So maybe I'm just going to try and take the damage. No, right, I'm going to use this. So I'm going to take the fact, I'm going to use my armored ability. So my dice roll is going to be immediately a 4. So we're going to ignore the d6 for this one. We're going to have to do the maths ourselves. I think, actually, can I do it if I do it this way? If I do it via the armored... Or is that just loading up the face danger chat? Yeah, it's just loading up the face danger thing. So, we're going to say that it's... so we're going to use the armored thing. We're going to use wits to like use an opportunity to look around and be able to take like a couple of hits and see if we can find anything to sort of get us out of here. That's face danger. That's not what I wanted. It's tricked me. That's because I want to react under fire. So yeah, so we're trying to change the power. We're trying to find like a way out. See if there's anything clever that we can do to stay out on this. That is actually a 4. So 4 plus 2. So it's essentially the same sort of thing. So on a strong hit, you take plus 2 momentum as we build confidence, which is good. We are from our armored ability. And we take plus 1 from the move going off with an opportunity. We succeed and are now in control. So we take a moment, we look around, we notice there are a few other people here and stuff. People who are clearly not... Actually, no, we're not going to take advantage of other people. That's ridiculous. Maybe the opportunity is just that my armor, like their weapons can't penetrate my armor. It's going to be a bit tough for them to do that. I realise this. I gain my confidence. And I am going to... What am I going to do? Yeah, I think I'm going to strike at them again. I think I'm going to take like another couple of shots at them again. So I sort of like duck down to try and find the advantage, and the advantage, they shoot at me, and their guns are just not quite strong enough to get through my armor. I've bought my arm up, obviously, to protect Whisper. In fact, actually, just under that cauldron, under that cauldron, there's like a little gap for Whisper to go into, and he's immediately in there, so he's protected from that gunfire. And just from there, I'm like just gonna duck down and like shoot at one of the guys and see if I can just take out one of the guys. So we're gonna roll with edge. Complication: the fight turns against you. You're in a bad spot and must pay the price. Yeah, we really are in a bad spot on that one, and I don't have enough momentum to burn to try and. So I think it's that we're going to take the shot. I think it's kind of obvious that what's going to happen. I think we're going to. I take the shots and stuff like that, but they've managed to dive out of the way, and maybe this has used up a bit more. I've accidentally ended up using a bit more ammo. My supplies are going to take a hit for this. So I'm going to lose 1 on supplies, and I think I'm going to lose 1 on my spirit as well. I think that's the best thing to do in terms of paying the price. Choose the most obvious negative outcome to happen. Yeah, I think that's the easiest one. They're taking advantage of things, so I haven't moved or anything like that as well. So I'm going to just try and. I should have maybe have taken a bit of better care in this fight. Really should have done. Yeah, we're just going to exchange fire. I think that's what I'm going to do. Is I'm just going to end up exchanging fire them. Well, the outcomes are sort of like what is it's either like what is the most obvious thing to happen. So it's me shooting at them, and I think they've got to gain the advantage in the fight. So I think it's the idea is like that. I thought this was going to be really easy. Like this was going to be a really easy like get rid of a couple of the guys, and it hasn't happened. So it's hit me, affected my spirit, and I've used a bit more ammo, as it were. Whatever like the ammo in. I wasn't going to concentrate too hard on that for this session. I could ask the Oracle. So is that also what's going to happen? Is that what I'm thinking? I think we are. I think it's likely that we're going to take a hit. Oh, it says that we're not. I think I'm gonna stick with what I said. I'm gonna stick with ignore that. I didn't do that. Right, we're gonna. Oh, so me being in a bad position is essentially it's like they're at the advantage. So I could clash with them. So when I'm in a bad spot and fight back against foes at close quarters, I roll with iron, or when I exchange fire at distance, I roll with edge. So it's the idea of like they are in control of it. So I've got to roll well on that one. I could react under fire. So I could try and change up the situation. Same thing I did previously. That would just allow me to try and maybe take control of the combat and build up some momentum. And either of those two, I could do it with my armoured. Yeah, we're going to clash. We're going to clash and we're going to do the armoured clash. So we're going to use, we're going to set my action dice to 4. So really, again, we are only concentrating on the 2d10s. So that actually is, regardless of that, it's a miss. My foe dominates the exchange. You're in a bad spot and must pay the price again. Yeah, like that's just simple. They're gonna as I'm trying to exchange fire with them, they're just getting better shots at me, so we're gonna take 2 damage from that. We are now, it's quite deadly. We are not in a good position. I think we really have to... Got to really think about this. I really need to try and take the position. It's doing so well to begin with on this. Yeah, we're going to react under fire. We're gonna, which literally, we're gonna try and get out of immediate danger. We're gonna try and dodge, get back gain into a decent position. Meaning we're gonna roll with edge. I'm not gonna do the armored effect for this one. So get a weak hit. You avoid the worst of the danger or obstacles. Make a suffer mood. But not without... Sorry. You avoid the worst of the danger or overcome the obstacle, but not without a cost. Make a suffer move, -1. Stay in a bad spot. I think the obvious one is... Yeah, they've got me pinned down. This is really affecting my spirit again. Because largely, I think like the health one is just going to put me in such a bad spot to go on with this anywhere in this game. I like the idea. It's just like I dive behind cover and they're just shooting bullets at me. I'm still in a bad position. What can I do? I think my only option is to clash again. Damn it. Yeah. We're gonna clash. We're gonna clash at position, at range. I have to burn... I can burn momentum for a weak hit. What's weak hit on a clash? Yeah, we're gonna reset our momentum for that. Really need to do something there. Is there anything I do on to secure an advantage, maybe? Maybe that's what I do. Try and get through this. So I must pay the price again. I think it's kind of obvious that. Oh no! Wait a minute. I get to mark progress against them. Oh my god! Is that how much I've done? That's not good. Man, we might just die. We might just die straight up in the first fight. What price can we pay? Where can I throw off some? I'm not even willing to even consider the idea that Whisper could take a hit for me. Because that can happen. Exactly, who will avenge? Let's just see what happens if I roll the pay the price. What does the Oracle say? You create an opportunity for the enemy. So I'm gonna say that after I'm not gonna. Oh my god! Like the amount of vivid hatred there for that. No, I'm not gonna hurt Whisper. Don't worry. So we're gonna create an opportunity for the enemy. So I'm gonna say like as I've ducked down behind this thing for combat, I'm exchanging fire for them. And I've left myself in position where like they can flank me. That's what's gonna happen. That's my paying the price. Like they've got a good flanking position. But I'm gonna take aim at their main person. So I'm gonna say that this is securing an advantage. Really hoping that we can get something out of the secure advantage. We're going to take aim, so that would be... Would that be observation? That would be observation, or is it... Yeah, we're gonna roll plus wits. A weak hit, we can either take +2 momentum or +1 to my next move. Not on a progress move. So I'd say that. I'm going to take the +1. That's what we wanted. So yeah, so I sort of take my gun. I point it into position. I'm taking a second just to take aim, and I'm gonna attempt to clash. rolling against edge. I get a +1 to... Oh, 1 minute. 1 minute. I should have... That actually does make a difference. That's annoying. So that would be a strong hit on Clash. So I'm just... Ignore the fact that I forgot... I just literally just forgot to put the +1 in. So that'd be 2 + 3 + 1. That would make a strong hit. I mark progress twice. And now I'm in control of the combat. So we're going to go back over to our progress. We're going to hit mark progress twice against them. Why does that come up 3 times? Did I do it 3 times by mistake? That's fine. I can just edit it away. Yes. Okay. So we are in a better position now. We are in good position. So I'm gonna say that guy who's like the guy who was the main guy. I've taken a couple of shots at him. I've injured him. I've taken him a little bit down. The other guy doesn't know how to react, and I know that the other one is now coming to flank me. We are going to try and gain ground to get away from the guy who's flanking me. So we're going to do maneuvering, which again is rolling with edge. I know there's a lot of me rolling with edge in this. I feel like it's good for us. So we stay in control and choose one. I can mark progress. I can take +2 momentum or +1 to the next move. I'm gonna say that we're gonna take +1 to the next move in the gain ground options. We stay in control, so I'm gonna just attempt to strike. I really want to get some progress against one, so I'm gonna try and shoot the guy who was gonna flank me. I'm not gonna forget this time to put in my +1 advantage, and I take a shot at him, rolling a strong hit. Mark progress, dominate my foe, and take stay in control of combat. That is fantastic. That's exactly what we wanted here. Do I want to try and end this? Do I want to just try and end this? Do I want to try and take... Do I want to try and end this, guys? Or do I want to take one more shot and try and just make sure I'm... One more strike move? Can I bail? I mean, it's bailing is the same. It's essentially, it is in the position I'm in. I feel like I'm shooting at them more than I am like I'm actively trying to get away. I feel like I've got my advantage now. So I'm gonna say that Oh, sorry. What have I opened up here? That's fine. Don't worry about that. If I'm gonna try and get away, I could try and do gain ground first. It's probably the easier one. I feel like I'm in control, so don't think running away is the best thing to do at this point. I think if I was on the back foot again, I'm worried though that I'm going to get on the back foot again though quite easily. Yes, I'm gonna attempt to strike at them again. I think that's what's been going well. So I shoot a guy who was trying to flank me after repositioning. I take a shot at the other guy, not the main guy who's tried to stop me, but the other guy, the other guy. How does that go for me? It's a weak hit. I mark progress stage, but I expose myself to danger. I'm in a bad spot. That's probably not what I wanted. But I do get the 2 hits, which is the important thing. I do need to take back control of the combat before I can take a decisive strike. So I think what we do... Do we react under fire? So I say, like, yeah, they're like, I've pulled myself out and I've left myself open to the guy shooting me back. So I'm attempting immediately. I'm just gonna try and duck down. Am I gonna do that, or am I gonna use my armored ability? The armored ability is pretty damn neat. Yeah, I'm gonna use my armor. I'm literally just gonna try and take the hit. So I set my action dice to 4. So like the D6 is just gonna be a 4 now for this roll. I mean, if I am just trying to mainly store against fear or temptation, yeah. So I'm just gonna roll plus heart. Weak hit, you avoid the worst. Oh my god, why did I do that? That is not good. I'm gonna say he's damaged my. He's damaged me. He's hit me. My armor was not good enough. Oh no! 1 minute. 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 1 minute there. No, because I have to beat it. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter that I rolled a 4, actually. Damn it. I really should have not done this. I'm just going to react under fire. I think that's the... No, that's not what I'm doing. It's the... we're going to clash. We're just going to clash. We're just going to try and shoot at each other. We're just going to exchange fire at a distance. Once more. No! I think I've got a pay a price. It's a bad price. Why did I do this? I can't believe I'm going to get myself killed in the first bloody session of this. What have I done wrong? Let's have a look. What can I do? Yeah, now in Traveller you could die immediately. A complication. Let's role play the dice roll. Let's put it up to the a friend, companion, or ally is put in harm's way, or you if you are alone. Sure, that's what we're gonna have to roll. The dice says it. I have to do it. I'm really sorry. Where's the move for that? Companion takes a hit. Hello? How do I do the... So for -1 health, for minor harm, -2 health, -3 for major. If your companion's health is at 0, lose mana equal to any remaining harm. Then if the health is 0, or you choose to test their resilience. Roll plus Guignol. So yeah, so they're going to take. They're going to. So Whisper's going to take some damage, unfortunately. Whisper's going to take the hit. But we're going to see how resilient Whisper is. Okay, you could... you allow me to roll. What's happening? Why can't I get this dice roll to work? Sorry. Wasn't allowing me to do the roll earlier? Right, I'll tell you what, I've got physical dice. I'm just going to roll it for the sake of speed. I'm just going to roll a physical dice roll to see how our ratty friend does. So I rolled a weak hit. A weak hit is if your companion's health is not at 0, you may lose momentum to give them +1 health. Otherwise, they press on. So yes, we'll take -1 of momentum. So yeah, so as we're just trying to clash it out and trying to like take the shot, Whisper sort of crawls out from under my pauldron, and like just a little bit of like a chink from my armor just flies up and just hits him in the face. And he's got this little scar, and I sort of just cover him up and I give him a bit of a scritch and sort of duck down behind cover. We are gonna react under fire with edge because we're just trying to get out of the way now. Rolling up a strong hit. We in fact take +1 momentum. We got down behind cover, and we are now in control of the fight. And we are going to just try and take decisive action. We're going to try and get up and take this shot. We're going to take decisive action. That's not what I needed to do. Can I progress? Oh, I need to do this roll. Right, here we go. So it's a weak hit. On a weak hit for that, what does that mean? Sorry, I've just got a billion things bloody open. I can get around this system a bit easier. Where's the combat stuff gone? There it is. Take decisive action. Hey, final boss fight! Yeah, no, don't worry, Whisper's fine, Whisper's fine. I'm going to get him healed immediately. On a weak hit, you achieve your objective, but not without cost. Roll on the table below or choose one. If the fight continues, you're in a bad spot. So no, the fight's over. So I'm going to say, let's have a look. Let's roll on that table. Is that the roll? Let's see if that's the roll table where it says it's 20. Okay, yes, we're going to do that. That's fine. Oh, right, okay. Oh, okay. That's that. If I do that, that appears. Hey, nice. Oh, we can just do that then. Okay, cool. So that's, well, I've done this now. Is there a way for me to mark as? There's a way for me to mark it. There it is. It's just there. So it's in there. And I go completed. Close that off. So we did it, but it's unfortunately it's worse than we thought when we have to make a suffer move. So I'm gonna say that we are. That combat really took it out of me. So actually, in fact, that's what it is. It's like we thought we were hot. Oh no, wait! I already marked my supply down. I'd already done this. Never mind. Final boss fight. Thank you so much for the subscription. Just to keep going. So we're going to say that our supplies. So we're going to say that we take the shot. We kill the guy who stopped us and who wanted the bounty from me. We're going to say that. I say to the other two. In fact, that's what I do. Is I just say to the other two and say, "Here's some coin to leave me be," and I try and make it sound tough and stuff like that. It's worse than you thought. Make a suffer move. Yeah, it doesn't make sense to do that way. Actually, I actually had a much better idea originally, which is let's put the supply back up. We're gonna take it to spirit. So I'm gonna say like I shot everyone down, but it really like Shadow got hurt, which I feel really bad for, and I just feel a bit out of it while we're not good. It's not gone well. I feel like I should have been a bit quicker and a bit faster on that one. So yeah, unfortunately, like that's put me in a bit of a bad position. So what we're gonna do is, in fact, we're gonna take advantage of the fact we're gonna explore. We're actually going to explore the waypoint as such, but we're at this market. We already initiated this. It's a market, which I do believe would count as. Yeah, we're gonna stop at the market. And we're gonna try and do a soldier and recover and remove. Essentially, will just allow me to do a bunch of extra healing and stuff, if I can. So we're gonna spend some time with the community. So we're gonna spend a little bit of time at the market, seeing what we can do to recover from what we've just done. In fact, we actually get a strong hit. So the safe refuge. Me and my allies may choose 2 recovery moves. Heal, hearten, repair, or resupply instead of rolling, assuming automatic strong for each one. So we're going to take... well, obviously, we're going to take the heal move. So I'm just going to have a look at that. On a strong hit, the care is ill if you or your allies... A wounded, clearly impact the wound, take plus 3, others take plus 3 health. So yeah, so we're going to go back up to 4 health. And we're going to hearten. On a strong hit, you find companionship or comfort and your spirit is strengthened. If you are shaken, clearly impact and take plus 1 spirit. Otherwise, take plus 2 spirit. If you make this move as you sojourn, take 1 more. So we're going to get plus 3 there as well. So we're going to go up to 4. So we're at 444 now, which is actually not that bad. So we're going to say we're going to spend like a couple of hours just at the market. I get some healing medication and stuff like that. While I'm chatting with the healer, they help me just help me recover and chat to me for a little bit and treat me as human. I'm gonna press on one more time. I think I just want to see if I at least can get to this guy this session. I think that would be a good place to get to, because I don't think I'm going to get the hunt down finish. I don't think they're going to finish hunting him down. I think there's going to be problems there. Although I did, to be fair, I've made progress in sort of getting towards him, so I'm going to argue and make progress in the fact that I've got this close to him. That's further progress. I've overcome the tough obstacles of there's less bounty hunters after him now, so I'm going to argue that's progress, mate, baby. In terms of getting to the Royal Signet, we're gonna set off again. Let's go. We'll go roll with speed because we just definitely want to get there as quick as we can. And a strong hit. You reach a waypoint, envision the location, and mark progress again. So in fact, we're going to say we're at the docking bay where the Royal Signet is. So we're actually going to attempt to finish an expedition. So I'm going to click the button for finish an expedition. I'm going to roll the move for that. And of course it's going to be a miss. Oh wow, like it's a 9 and I rolled a 9 and a 10. Fantastic. On a miss, your destination is lost to you, or you come to understand the true nature, the cost of an expedition. Envision what happens and choose one. You can either abandon the expedition, envision the cost of this setback and pay the price, or return to the expedition, roll both the challenge dice, take the lowest value and clear that number of progress boxes. Then raise the expedition rank by 1 if not already epic. Fantastic. So we're going to take that second one. Yeah, I'll roll physical challenge dice. Roll both the challenge dice. Take the lowest value, clear that number of boxes. Great. So that was 6 in that roll that I just made. So we're gonna go edit, and we're gonna go 1, 2. Yeah, I would do. And then I have to do this under the progress. Can I click on here? Oh, no, there we go. So we're gonna say, yeah, it's actually this ship is much bigger than we thought it was going to be. We got lost, okay? Like, that's what I'm going to say is that what we did is we made our way. We thought we were at the right place. It turns out, actually, we find, like... Actually, let's find out what's happened. I said the waypoint was going to be the place that we thought it was. Why wasn't it? So let's gather some information. Let's see what we can do to find out. So we're going to have a look and see what we can see when we analyze evidence. We get stronger. We discover something that is helpful and specific. Your path was following action or to make progress is clear. +2 momentum. So what we're going to say is, actually, let's see what the story clue could be. Involves a notable person. We're going to say that when we get here... In fact, actually, I'm going to rewrite. I don't like it involves a notable person because I don't think that makes sense to me. Let's see if it's just anything else. Hey, thank you very much for the subscription. Leads to a nearby or familiar place. Yes, let's just say that, like, I look at it and it's going to take me back through the market and it's going to take me back into the direction that I reckon a lot of the bounty hunters would go to look for him. Oh no, not like, how would they know where they are? What is it? What is it? What is the thing that we find? Redeeming a hydrate. Okay, thank you, Rebels. I honestly thought this was going to be like a couple of dice rolls and I'd get there. So I wasn't really prepared for this. So I'm going to say I'd get there. I'm going to ignore the story clue stuff for the moment. I'm going to ignore that. I'm going to say what it is that I get there and I realise that actually the ship is in better condition than they thought it was. So he's actually moved it and he's hidden it. We've done a bit of investigation here. We've actually found out that he's logged plans to take it around to a near enough locations My alerts are very loud. Okay, sorry. I will have to fix that, but I don't know how to fix that just right this second. Can I do it in here? I'll fix it after this. John, I'll fix it after the stream. I'm not gonna bother doing it now. I'm gonna say what happens is, it's gonna be that I have to go. I'm gonna have to go back in and sort of. I've been given the direction. I've researched. I've got the idea of a rough direction that I could go into. So we're gonna do another exploration. We are going to. What am I doing? Undertaking expedition. Yeah, we're gonna continue to try and get there with speed. Miss, you are wayward by crisis or arrival at a waypoint to confront an immediate hardship or threat. Do not mark progress and pay the price. Yes, can I do the pay the price roll, please? So, the environment that I've seen myself in is, I think I can say I've found myself in oh my god, it's in a power, it's a power supply place. It's converting energy and stuff like that. There's a lot of like energies flying around. Maybe there's radiation in the area. That's what it is. The environment or terrain introduces a new hazard. So the terrain is hazardous in that there's like toxic stuff in the area. So I don't really want to stay here all that long. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to confront either immediate hardship or a threat. So we're gonna say there was under the exploration, there was Confront Chaos. What does that do? When your exploration at a waypoint uncovers something dreadful, decide the number of aspects 1, 2, or 3, and roll that number of times and choose a number of aspects from the table below. Then envision how the encounter begins. Yeah, oh god, we're gonna roll a Confront Chaos. We're going to say 2. So 41 is machines made enemy. Signs of an impending catastrophe. We're going to say that... because this is a place for radioactivity. There's a lot of machines in the area. And one of them notices me and notices that I've taken a wrong turn. I'm not meant to be here. So the machines immediately... Machine-made chaos. Machine-made enemy. It's going to be a droid or something, isn't it? It's going to be the AI. I know what it is. It's the AI that runs this place. Has a security bot that they're going to try and get against me. This does mean I'm going to have another, annoyingly, it does mean that we're going to have another combat here. Of some sort. Like a droid or something. I'm just seeing if there's anything in the maybe we're gonna use the infected bot, I think. No, I'm not gonna say I'm not injured from it. It's just that there's this threat now to me. So yeah, I'll just bring up the infected bot over here by my just in front of my character sheet. So it's this weird bot that this AI has put together that's trying to secure me out. So my in fact, actually, I'll do a progress against it. I'll keep the thing up though because it's got a couple of like features and stuff in there that's kind of cool. Oh, actually, because it's got drive attack users. Yeah, so I'm going to just say, my thing is I just want to escape. I want to escape secured area. And this is definitely dangerous. Awesome. So we are going to immediately jump into the fray. I really didn't want to do a combat so quickly. In fact, actually, we're going to roll this. We're going to do there's this roll called Battle that I can use, which is when you just want the fight to happen. No, actually, no. We will enter the fray. We're going to do this properly. We're going to enter the fray. We're going to enter the fray. We are caught in a trap or unaware, so we're going to say that one. So this robot's come out at me out of nowhere. We have entered the fray in a weak hit. We can choose one. We are either in control or we take 2 momentum. And the rain started. We are going to take that we're in control of this. So we're going to take a second. And in fact, the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to immediately try and gain ground on this thing. We are going to try and just sort of back up and get out of this thing's way. That's fine. I won't be on that much longer. Honestly, I'm really just I'm probably even gonna try and escape this and maybe make a move against the thing. So we're gonna roll with gaining leverage or force. No, we're not trying to do that. Hiding, prepping, and ambush. No. Yeah, we're trying to look around. We're gonna go with Wits. Wits has been doing pretty good for us. So we're trying to coordinate some sort of plan. We're studying out the situation. We're trying to figure out what's going on. What have we got for advantage? We've got a strong hit, so we can mark progress. We can choose 2. We can take 2 momentum, add 1 to our next move, mark progress. So I'm gonna say we're in a better position. So we're definitely gonna mark progress. And I think we'll take +2 momentum because that is really useful. So I think we're getting our plan together. We know what we're doing. We are in fact going to now strike. We've got so we're just going to shoot at this thing, at this robot from a distance. Rolling up again. We take a weak hit, we mark progress, but we are put into a bad spot. But we get to mark progress twice. So we go 1, 2, twice. I'm really trying to take it carefully this time round. I'm going to react under fire. I think I'm going to initiate my armored asset again. So when you're armored, so when you face danger, react under fire, or clash against physical attacks or impact, I may put my trust in my armor strength. If I do so, put my preset, my action dice to 4 on a strong hit. We take +2 momentum as we build confidence, making pressure and fast shoot. So I'm gonna say that we're gonna react under fire. Really wish I could do the just setting it to 4 thing. Might have to have a look at a different way of doing this, where I roll physical dice maybe instead of using Foundry. Is a thing that I'm thinking for this. Sorry, I'm thinking out loud. Let's concentrate. We're going to roll +, we're just going to attempt to stay stalwart against this threat. So the dice is actually a 4. So it's 4 + 6. It's either way. It's a weak hit. Yes, it's a weak hit. So I'm not going to hit the burn momentum. Because it's 4 + 2, which is 6, is our dice. So weak hit on reactor under fire would be. Don't want to hit the burn button. I just want to hit here. That is, you avoid the worst of the danger or overcome the obstacle, but not without cost. You make a suffer move. I'm actually just curious because I noticed that the suffer moves are here. Oh my god, I could lose momentum instead. There are options to things. Oh my god. Oh no, that's when your vehicle faces damage. That's fine. I think the best one to do, honestly, is Oh my god, there is a move I should be doing. Oh my god, I did combat all wrong previously. Highest of iron or health. So we're going to say that it's... I'm going to have to read the rules again. It says make us... So it says that I should... On a weak hit, the words is go without cost. Make a suffer move -1. And yeah, I'm going to reread some of this stuff for the next session to make sure I'm just deadly confident on some of this stuff. So for -1 health for minor harm, -2 for serious harm, or -3 for major harm. If your health is at 0, lose momentum equal to any remaining harm. Then if your health is at 0, or you choose to resist the harm, roll +. Yeah, so I'm going to say I'm going to lose 2 health from the hit, and I'm going to try and resist that. Shake it off. You're not. If you're not wounded, take +1 health. Yeah, I'm going to shake it off a bit. So, like, it's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. I think it's really good. Man, if only I had realised that in the previous fight, that would have been really useful. Definitely going to make sure that I learn these moves inside out. But, right. We are still in a weak spot. Are we in a weak spot still? Yes, we are, because we reacted on the fire and we were still in a bad spot. Right, okay, so there's things coming at me. We're not doing that particularly brilliant against it. We are going to... We might just end up clashing, really. I think that's the thing to do, really. Honestly, it's just for me to shoot it, try and exchange fire at a distance and hope for the best. Of course, I could roll like crap and roll an absolute 1. If I burn my momentum, I could get at least a weak hit. Let's do it. Mark progress, but your delta counter borrowed by the setback. Stay in a bad spot and must pay the price. But I get smart progress, which is the important thing. So we're going to mark progress against him. We are going to just hit the edit button here because the rest of the edit button's on. Man, this game is brutal. I think the thing is that yes, again, that yes, we are going to take some damage, but we're going to, again, attempt to endure harm. Weak hit, if you are not wounded, you may lose momentum, -1 in exchange for +1 health. Deal. This is nuts. Right, I think we are still in a... We're not in a... We need to be in a strong position, so we need to reorientate ourselves. So we're going to attempt to react under fire, and this time I'm not going to trust in my armor at all. Yes, no, I'm not going to trust in my armor. And I'm just going to roll with edge. We are going to just try and get the buck out of here. See what we can do in that regard. When does it say make a suffer move -1? Oh, sorry, actually I should be on 3 because I took 2 hits earlier. So yeah, I'm going to take the -1. I'm going to attempt to... I should have just stayed as where I was. But we're going to try and endure that hit. Let's see what we can do. No! Why did I... You are reading and fighting to stay conscious. If you engage in any vigorous activity before taking a brief few minutes, roll on this table again before or after resolving this. Before resolving the other move. Oh god. So I'm still in a weakened position. The robot's taking a shot at me. It's really actually hurting me. God. Yeah, I was really hoping that wasn't going to happen, and I was going to have to be in a strong position to, So yeah, so when I seize the opportunity to check to fight, vision how you take decisive action and roll challenge dice to compare your results. If you're in control, check the result as normal. If you're in a bad spot, count a strong hit with it as a match as a weak hit. I don't want to risk that. I really don't want to risk it. I think I've really got to just try once more to react under fire. I think this time though that I'm just gonna. Again, I think I'm just trying to escape. I think I'm gonna have to roll on that table again. So you're revealing and fighting to stay conscious. If engage in any vigorous activity before taking a breather for a few minutes, roll on this table again. Yes, I'm going to roll on that table again. Oh my god, what? You are dying. Within an hour or two, you must heal and raise your health score above 0 or face death. Great, so the shot is actually like hurt me. I've ripped it open. I've done no good to myself, and I'm actually in a position where I'm dying, and I really need to be in a position to be able to heal. In terms of the roll, though, I'm going to roll a weak hit. Fucking heck. This game is really killing me today. I don't know what I'm meant to be able to do to try and... Again, I'm gonna say my spirit's been hit this time. So I'm gonna take the -1 to my spirit, and then I'm gonna attempt to. Where's the suffer moves? You can get that down. Endure stress. If you're not shaken, you may lose +1 in exchange for +1. No, I'm fine. I'm happy to stick it as it is. I really want to try and do something to try and... Sorry, 2 seconds. I'm just going to see, can I do... secure advantage when you assess the situation. May pressure is sensitive. But can I do that instead of... Because gain ground feels the same. Yeah, I'm going to take a second. I'm going to see what I can do to see if I can find a way out or something. I'm desperate right now. So I'm going to see what I can do to secure myself an advantage. If there's anything around, I'm just going to look around and use my wits. Hope for the best. On a weak hit, I can choose one. I'm going to make +1 on my next move. I'm going to know it's literally my only way through, and my only way of escaping this situation right now is to clash with this thing. I know it's risking my character facing death at the moment. So I've got a +1 to this. Not +14 as much as I would like, and I'm gonna mark progress, but you're dealt a counter blow by the setback. You stay in a bad spot and must pay the price. For God's sake, this paying the price is really killing me. But I've got that, I've marked progress into escaping the area, so I've got a full progress bar to make there, so I could potentially try and escape. In terms of paying the price, let's have a look and sort of see. I'm just going to no. No, I'm just gonna. I think it's kind of obvious. I think it's that again that I've been shot at. I've got to try and stay on my feet. So we're going to endure harm. Sweet. If your health is 0, you must also mark wounded or permanently harmed or roll on the table below. So my health is at 0, so I'm going to say that I'm wounded now, which is great. I'm happy I'm not marking permanently harmed. If I'm at 0, I do believe that means I have to make a... So I'm going to roll the face death. Move, if that would load up for me. Ah, it's loaded up here for me, so it did load up for me. So when you encounter a situation where death is imminent and an unavoidable outcome, you are dead. When instead of being brought back to the brink of death, with any chance of recovery or redemption, roll plus heart. So we're gonna...
You hit a button that changed your scene at one point.
Oh.
Like within the last 2 minutes. So I couldn't tell you, it'd be quite kind.
Thank you. Sorry. Oh, sorry, I've just noticed in the chat. Thank you so much. Sorry, chat. This is me just, like, worrying about my character. Weak hit. I can choose one. You die, but not before making a notable sacrifice. Envision your final moments. There is more to be done. Envision what is revealed, or ask what's at death's door, and swear an iron vow to complete an extreme quest. You return to the mortal world and must mark doom. When you complete the death-bound quest, clear the impact. Oh, I didn't want that, but I have to. Sure. I'm not doomed. First session. Yeah, so I'm gonna say, like, just as I'm about to knock unconscious, I just put a stim in me of some kinds, and it's just enough to sort of, like, enough adrenaline just to keep me going, and I'm really just gonna have to try and escape this conflict now. So we're gonna take decisive action to escape. So we're gonna... Do I roll on here for that? No! That's not what I was meant to do. Sorry, never mind, it's fine. I need to roll on here. It's a strong hit, but I was in a weak spot, so in a bad spot, so I count a strong hit without a match as a weak hit, which is not a match, and a weak hit as a miss. So as a weak hit, you achieve your objective, but not without cost. Roll on the table below or choose one. If the fight continues, I should just see what it comes up with. I'm curious. Let's go look at the move, because I can. I'm allowed. It does say I can choose. I need to minimize some of these windows, sorry. I'm going to face collateral damage. Something is lost, damaged, or broken. I'm going to say my something is lost, damaged, or broken. No. I'm gonna just take the suffer move. I'm gonna hit the supplies check. yeah, I'm gonna take +2 to survive to my supplies. I'm gonna see if on my suffer moves, which are down here, yeah, so that's fine. I've done that. Right, cool. So I have just made it out of there. I think my only thing to do is I need to try and I really need to do something. And what we do is we're going to say we're going to undertake an expedition again. We're going to try and stay vigilant, so we're going to roll wits on this one, which I know is like not the best. So we get a strong hit, reach a raid point, envision the location, and mark progress on as the rank of the expedition. So we're going to say that we actually get to a place, and actually we've marked this as. Why is that? No, I just want to go and say that we've completed this. So I mark progress here. Fantastic. And we are going to say that we've found an area. We're actually gonna say that we've found a. We've found another area of the ship where people live. Is what we've found. We're going to take this opportunity to explore this waypoint and sort of see what it is. With the idea being is if we can take a weak hit or a strong hit even, that maybe I can spend a bit of time here and heal up and recover. Because I had about an hour to do that. This game hates me. Wow, I am rolling something fiercely bad. You encounter an immediate hardship or threat and must pay the price. So let's see what pay the price says for me to do. A friend, companion, or ally is in harm's way, or you are if you are alone. I'm in harm's way. Well, I'm dying. So thanks for that. That's really... I don't think that one makes sense to me, really. Is there something else? You're delayed or put at a disadvantage. So I'm going to say, what I'm going to say this is that I'm at a place where they can heal me, but no one seems to speak my language. So the most I can do is just a standard heal roll. I can't do the soul gen roll, which is actually a really good one to roll. So I'm going to say the heal. I'm going to say receive treatment from somebody not an ally. Roll plus iron, mend your own wounds, irons or wits. Obtain treatment for a companion. Provide care. It's got to be iron. It's a weak hit. The care is helpful, or the ally under your care are wounded. Clearly impact. Sorry, let me read this. The care is helpful if you or the ally under your care are wounded, clearly impact, and take or give +2 health. Otherwise, take or give +3 health. However, the costs extra time or resources. Choose one. Lose momentum, -2, or sacrifice resources. -2. I don't. So I'm going to say that they do heal me. I get rid of my wounded. But he's taken literally the last of anything that I had available for trading. He's taken the last of that from me. With that, I'm gonna attempt one last attempt to get a bit closer on this expedition. Really sorry, everyone. We are gonna undertake an expedition. I really want to just finish this expedition. So we're gonna attempt to roll with speed. We're gonna get back on our quest. A weak hit. You reach a waypoint, but the progress costs you. Envision a location and mark your progress per rank of the expedition, but choose one. Okay, so we are gonna mark progress because that's what we get to do. This is really starting to weigh on me. So I think this is literally it. Is what it's doing is it's marking. It's really hitting me how long this is taking. This should have been a real simple job. This really should have just been getting in, getting out, and I've spent quite a bit of time here. I've explored area after area on this ship. I had to sit here, I had to do this, that, and the other thing. So we're gonna take that, and we're gonna find this. So I think I might have to come up with a different method of doing this. So stress. Enduring stress is highest of heart or spirit. We'll just roll that. Miss, it's worse than you thought. Suffer an additional spirit. Or lose spirit. If your spirit is 0, you must also mark shaken or traumatized. So yeah, I think this is really like or lose momentum -2. If your spirit is 0, you must also mark below or roll on a stable. Yeah, no, I think I'm happy. I'll just mark shaken. Like, yeah, it's really shaking me to my core. So I'm actually on 0 spirit and 0 stress and on 3 health. I really just want to. Yeah, I mean, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to. I'm going to hit the move, finish an expedition again. I'm going to attempt it one last time. I can't, because I can't forsake my vow. I can't just get out. I think I've got to find it now. I'm trying to just press on. I'm going to try and finish the expedition. So we're going to roll the challenge dice and hopefully not roll crazy well. We're going to get a weak hit. As above, but you face an unforeseen complication at the end of your expedition. Mark the legacy reward 1 rank lower and envision what you counter. So this was at a 2, so actually I get to go over to my legacy track here. Which one does it allow me to do? Does it say? Which legacy tracks? I imagine that would be discoveries. So that should have been a. Sorry, 1 second. Just making sure I've got this right. Finish an expedition. So yes, actually, that should have been 2 ticks, but it's actually going to be 1, so it's fine. So we've done that then. We've actually found the royal signet, and what we're going to say is that we find our guy there, and he's actually already being confronted by bounty hunters. Oh no, I want to hit the track on that. I want to hit the completed on that, since we did it. Why is that still there then? Oh, is it because I had that on and then completed? So yes, so we managed to reach the reach guy. He's already surrounded by bounty hunters. That's the complication that we run into here, and I think that would count as mark in progress because we've found him now. We can physically see him, so that's some good progress on that mission. And I think what we should do is, I think we're going to try and secure an advantage here. We're going to take a second. we're going to use our expertise. We're going to look around and see what we can do, because I don't want to get into combat against these people. I'm really not in a good position for doing this. So we're going to see what we can do in that regard. And we're going to get a weak hit. So we're going to take the +2 momentum. What can we do? What's the advantage? What have I spotted that leads to us getting some momentum? So we're going to notice that these are not great bounty hunters. These people have really just lucked upon him more than anything. They're not actually... In fact, that's what it is. They are not great bounty hunters. So I spent a bit of time. I've looked at them. I've looked at the way they're acting with him. They're letting him do his things. In fact, actually, it's not even bounty hunters. They're just guards. They're just guards of his. That's what I've figured out from just spending a little bit of time. I've secured that advantage. I thought they were bounty hunters. Turns out they're actually guards looking after him. They're okay. They're just guys with guns. So they're not like anything major to deal with or anything. I've just realised how long I've been going. So I think I might do the end of session roll here. Because there is a... where is session? There is an end of session roll. So I think we're just going to do that for now. So we've come across him. That's where we're going to leave it for this week. So I'll do the end of session thing, which is... So when I end a significant session or chapter of a player, I reflect back on the events of the game and identify any missed opportunities to mark progress. I think I haven't missed any opportunities to mark any progress. I haven't found out any more about my kin. I'm hunting him down. I found him. I just need to secure him and get him mine. It's a good timing then. So I think that's good. If we move forward on a quest, reach a milestone. I think we've done that already. If there is a quest connection or other situation that you would like to give focus in your next session, make a note of it and take a +1 momentum. I think really we just want to concentrate on hunting him down and getting him. We're in this weakened position. We're not feeling particularly confident. We don't have any extra supplies on us to really sort of doing this. Like, being in this place is like really taking a hard hit to us. So I think really it's just getting this guy and getting off. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit the +1 momentum there. I'm going to load up the journal entry slot, and I'm just going to say session 1 end game notes. So we really... So we have... we discovered the hangar bay where the royal signet is being kept, and in which Carthrick Lonsock is hiding. He has some guards with him. Low threat dudes with guns. So like, they're not professional is what I'm saying. Like, they're literally just some people who bought some guns and getting paid like a few extra credits to like keep an eye on him and stuff like that. Which is good. He knows there are people after him and whatnot, but he hasn't got a ton of money is what I'm saying. Like, he's put everything into find this ship and what's on this ship. We need to get him. We need to secure Carthrick. So now I spelled his name wrong up here, which is just going to annoy me. So just a quick take care of that. Need to secure Carthrick and get off of Relic to as quickly and quietly as possible. So that'll be like my session 1 end notes. So thank you so much for joining me. We're going to hop over to our chatting screen for 2 seconds while I quickly hop across to the wonderful world of Twitch. Everyone, thank you so much for joining me. It's been an absolute pleasure to run this for you. It's been really good fun. I actually really enjoyed playing this. I was a bit worried about playing this, and it turns out this game is rather brutal. Oh my god, the sunlight. This game is rather brutal and deadly. It really doesn't like me. Thank you so much for finding a boss fight and 104. Thank you so much for your subscriptions. It is really appreciated. The YouTube video for this is going to go, it will be on shortly. Keep an eye on my Twitter at SirDrewballs to find out more about that when I get that on. For now, we are going to throw a raid. Unfortunately, I can't see really anyone online. I haven't really got anyone on the internet. Let's see, is there anyone playing tabletop role-playing games? If you've got a suggestion for who I could raid, please feel free to throw it in my chat while I just have a look for myself. Death in Space, that's a great game. I could throw you to some Death in Space. It's kind of similar to what we were doing, right? That's neat. Coriolis, that's a great game. No, my selection is Thing on the Ground. What? Oh, Thing on the... sorry, I just realised what you were saying. I believe Final Boss Fight is actually going to be going live. I think it goes live at 8 o'clock. Let me just... you head in live soon. Just send him a message quickly, because I can just stay chatting for a couple of minutes. Oh, we're not going to live people out. Oh, I've just messaged you to find that out. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's just do this. I never get to do this. There's some dudes who have just stopped streaming. They were streaming a very good tabletop role-playing game. I was going to throw their way. Are they live? Just going to see if they're live or not. I'm struggling to figure out whether they're... No, this is a rerun. A rerun. I didn't know you could do reruns on Twitch. Okay, well, we're not doing that then. I want someone who's live. I don't want a D&D player. Let's have a look. I'm really sorry to hear that Final Boss Fighter, you're not going live. Oh, well, there's somebody that we could throw to. Well, I can't. I'm not staying online until tomorrow, am I? So we're gonna throw to Gilgar RPGs. They make some games. Can I keep talking for 24 hours? No. I mean, I probably could, but I think it'd get people. My wife might get annoyed at me. Raid. I'm only sleeping stream. It's just me asleep. No one wants to watch that either. So we're going to throw to Gilgar RPGs. They are a games designer. They are currently playtesting a game that actually I might play on stream at some point. He's playing a game called Rune. He's playtesting a game called Rune. It's like a tabletop RPG inspired thing. He creates other games that are great. He's got a Destiny RPG called Light. He's got one called Nova that looks really interesting that I genuinely might try and run one or two of these for stream sometime. So it's actually like a really cool person to raid. And I'd be interested in seeing what he's doing, and I spotted him on there, so let's throw across to him. Everybody do say hello. It'd be really good to just throw it out there and stuff like that. Thank you so much for joining me. I really didn't realise I was going to be going on for so long today. I thought I'd actually be playing for a lot less time. To see Shadow in the future, please tune in next week to find out what happens to Shadow. Do we think he's actually going to get out alive? Do we think he's going to get his target? Is he going to get his man? Only one way to find out. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.